Yo guys, welcome back to NCS Arcade. It's Sam here. Today I'm joined by Highlnd. How's it going, bro?
What's up, Sam? Great to be here.
Happy to have you, man. Thank you for joining me. Today we're going to be doing the usual thing and finding out a little bit about yourself and the new track How to Love, which is out now on NCS. All right, question one. What's your process when it comes to starting a track?
A lot of times I like starting a track with an artist in the room with a vocalist, and I just I love the energy from those in-person sessions. And usually that starts out with me just noodling around on electric guitar while just getting the chords and melodies straightened out with the vocalist. And then after getting a solid foundation, I'll go in and get nerdy with the sound design and production and drums and all that stuff.
Obviously, people approach tracks in different ways, but having that solid like base of like this is the direction and then making it like pretty on top of that feels like a good way to approach a track, I guess.
Yeah, I think for my style of music, I try and make it a good blend between like the EDM and bassy stuff, but also
Mm.
having like a good pop song structure. I feel like really smart and solid pop top lines are kind of absent from a lot of EDM
Mm.
music.
Okay, question two. Let's take it back to the early days, before How to Love, before you were dropping these tunes. How did you get into music in the first place?
It started when I picked up my brother's guitar that he got for his birthday before school one day. Just felt inspired on that when I was playing, even though I had no idea what I was doing.
Mm.
Uh, that kind of got me into learning like rock and metal songs and all of that, and that progressed into me like writing my own riffs and like figuring out how to record that. And then ended up going to college for music. I went to Berkeley College of Music over in Boston.
Oh, nice.
And at that point, that was when I started exploring different genres of music as well, like blues and jazz and pop and all that stuff, and slowly transitioned into producing pop music for other people. And uh, I guess the more I started producing, the more nerdy about it I got, and it kind of led me into making EDM music and just electronic, emotional, like heavy hitting music.
Nice. That's super cool. Shout out to your brother then for the guitar.
Yeah,
That's what
no,
sparked it all off, man. All right, let's talk about the new release. Congratulations, by the way, on How to
thank
Love.
you, thank you. Very
Nice one.
excited about this one.
Yeah, super cool track, man. So tell us a little bit about the inspiration. Where did it come from? How did that track come about?
Honestly, it started by stringing some cool lyrics together, and then it kind of took on a more sentimental meaning. The whole concept of getting better at love and relationships was really relevant in my life
Mm.
at the time of writing the song. And it kind of just, the whole story of the song comes from like identifying flaws with how you deal with relationships, like from being jealous or selfish to like running from things that hurt you instead of like learning how to face it. And so it's just kind of about that journey and struggle. And also just hearing the production, and especially like once I heard Rachel's voice on that, when we got
Yeah,
into the
she
studio
killed
to
it, man.
record it,
So
yeah,
good.
is incredible. It added just like a whole other level of depth.
So speaking of Rachel and her incredible voice, obviously this track wouldn't be the same without her on it. How did you guys actually connect and start working together?
Through my friend Curtis, actually, he had showed me some stuff that he's done with her before, and as soon as I heard her voice, I immediately fell in love with it.
Mm.
So when I had the production for this track, um, I Rachel was honestly the first person that came to mind who I was like, I feel like she has a very powerful voice and she would just nail it. And since then, we actually gelled really well in the studio together, and I've been working on a lot more tracks with this since then, like both for
Oh,
my
awesome.
own, for like for Highlnd and for her project.
Sick. Can we expect to hear them anytime soon?
There's a few coming out for her project soon. She just shot the first music video
Oh, dope.
um, for the first song that we did together. So hopefully that'll be out soon. Hopefully they'll all be out this year, but we'll see.
Fingers crossed. That's dope.
Yes.
Okay, we spoke a little bit earlier on about how you actually got into music, but what advice would you give to somebody that's trying to get into the music industry now?
Honestly, the biggest things for me are just like to keep working hard and to keep having fun with it. I
Mm.
feel like those are probably the two biggest mistakes people have. They either stop working hard and like they'll take long breaks, or they'll just stop having fun and they'll overwork themselves or start doing projects that they don't really enjoy doing. And you have to keep that fun, playful energy. And
Yeah,
then
100%.
probably another big thing that I wish someone warned me more about was like how many times you're gonna get rejected and how much no one's gonna care about you at first. And there's a lot of failures that happen in between, like the small wins or the big wins that you have, but lots more failure than success.
I guess it's just about your character, right? Like bouncing back from that and being like, like you say, like recognizing that the fun in it is the most important part. And if success and things come from that, then that's just a bonus, I guess.
Exactly.
So before we actually started this interview, you were outside on a balcony in sunny Costa Rica, which I was very jealous about. Which helps us out with the next question, actually. If you could perform anywhere in the world, where would it be?
I might be in Costa Rica right now, but actually the top place that I would want to perform would probably be EDC Las Vegas. I think just the energy I felt walking in there for the first time was unmatched by any show I've been to. And on top of just being extremely fun going as a fan, is also very inspiring and kind of just showed me the potential of like what you can do with a live performance.
Who did you watch when you were there? Any big acts?
Yeah, there's a few that really stood out. Seven Lines being one of them. And some music that I don't normally listen to, I just like love seeing in a live setting, like Eric Prydz, for example, just killed it. Just always a vibe at his sets. Ikali.
When you've got the live atmosphere, it's so different. Like it just takes music to another world, man.
And they got some epic stages out there.
Yeah, I bet,
production
man.
is insane.
So earlier on, we spoke a little bit about some of the work that you've been working on with Rachel, and that she's got some stuff coming up for her solo projects. But what projects have you been working on? Anything you can tease us with? Anything the fans can get excited for?
The biggest thing for me right now is making live edits and remixes and putting a set together, because I got a few festival slots later this year between September and October. So really working hard on those. And then I got an EP coming out later this year as well. And then just working on just some new tunes for myself and also other like pop artists that I produce for.
If you could work with any NCS artist, who would it be?
I know he hasn't really been releasing lately, but probably Prismo is my favorite NCS artist. Just the way that he put his whole spin on the like mid-tempo and bass and melodic style of music is really cool. I think it's just also so clean and heavy hitting as well. Someone else that I really like is Suburban. Just came out of nowhere and just killed it. Like he's just also a very creative producer and both inspiring to me.
Now, this is a really tough one. And when I was writing this one out, I was like, I would not be able to pick anything, but I've put the pressure on you to give an answer.
Yeah.
What's your favorite album of all time?
Yeah, this is a tough one, and it may or may not be surprising, but neither of these albums are electronic in any way. I feel like I couldn't choose just one, but
oh, good. The question's
one of them would definitely be, one of them would definitely be Meteora by Linkin Park. I feel like that was just like such a pivotal album in my life and just like my music. It influenced the type of music that I like to listen to a lot. And then the other one would be 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge by My Chemical Romance, which is another huge influence for me. Yeah,
there's some massive albums, man. All right, we're at question number 10 now. The one that I've just decided is how I'm ending all of these. Nice little question to round everything off. So if you were to describe your music in one word, what would it be?
This one was super tough and definitely had to think about this a little bit. I think I got maybe a little bit of like a weird answer for it, but I didn't want to just say the obvious words that would come to mind. But I think stormy could be a good word to describe the music. I guess I would have to say stormy because I feel like there's a lot of parallels in the type of music I like to create to what a storm is when you think about it. It could be very beautiful when you're watching it from afar, but when you're in the middle of it, it could be very powerful and intense and dark. And there's also bits of light, bits of sadness and darkness, and I feel like it could just be an intense experience all around.
That's such a good answer, man.
Thank you.
Stormy. Wow, love it. And that brings us to the end. 10 questions down. Thank you for joining me, man. Appreciate it.
Of course.
Shout out to Highlnd. The new track, How to Love, is out now on NCS. You can check links, all that stuff down in the description, as well as socials, and make sure you follow us to stay updated on all different things we've got going on, as well as Highlnd. His socials will be down below as well. And once again, that was 10 Things with Highlnd. Thank you, mate. See you later.
Sweet.